3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Look at that. The green bracket. And I definitely got to fix some stencilness here. All right. So hopefully nobody tops out while I'm, doing this. Yeah, he kind of, yeah, there we go. We're getting there. Literally, it's 8 pixels off. Like, that's like way too much. Actually, more than that. All right, should be good now. Good enough. Tired of monkeying with it. All right, 70,000 here. Just getting underway for Alex. 34,000 for LMAO. LMAO has a row on the bottom that he's going to build off of. You can pretty much do that in perpetuity. What is the PB of them? That is a good question. Well, let's see. PB Tetris Alex T. There's that at 1.4. No big deal, right? Then PB LMAO Yeet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. You can use the PB command. Yeet. And LMAO stencil is off by like a sub-pixel. That's all right. We'll just tolerate it. Remainings will fix it in post. 168 for Alex. 70,000. Now 94,000 for LMAO. Sounds like Ella Mayo. Like mayonnaise, but like a girl named Ella and her last name is Mayo. Ella Mayo. All right, 139 for LMAO, 217 for Alex T, and bang, another Tetris for Alex T. Alex T, you can see pushing down, and you know that he is pushing down because why? Why do we know that? Because the digit in the ones place is changing, and the only way to change that digit is through push down points. We see that LMAO has actually got some push down points as well. Oh, it says Pumpy. Oh my God, Pumpy ruined Tetris. This is Vandweller, not Pumpy Heart. Let's fix this right now. Imagine. Let's see, Challenger. Oh, going into the player data folder, commentator. All right, I gotta update a text file. Can you believe how convoluted this is? Holy crap! All right, should we go now? Thank you, Messix. What is September supposed to mean? Well, subscriptions all across Twitch are cheaper than normal. And there's no net loss to the streamer as far as I know. So it's just Twitch. Bezos opening the wallet up a little bit and giving us some of the money we earned, which is amazing. So, yep, September. Vandy Hart, thoughts on Babana bread. Babana bread is really good, and I make a really good one. Maitre Witien giving out 10 tier 1 subs in the channel. Amazing. Oh, and a misdrop for LMAO. LMAO was so impressed by the gift subs that they misdropped. Maitre Witien is testing September. So there you go. Thank you so much for the 10 subs and 30 total in the channel. What an amazing person. So there you go. Enjoy your emotes. Sunny D, Messick, Scoop Johnson, Tetris Alex T, Tristop, Tolstoy, Clanman. Oh my God, Monka S. Brighton Pops Off, Tracy Wu, and Go525. Thank you so much for Maitre Etienne for the donations. And look at this. I got macaroni and cheese with cut up hot dogs. Wow. Thank you, Sue. 543 for Alex T through 114 lines. 335 for LMAO. And I'm taking out the Taking out the Invisalign, that's how you know it's serious. Yeah, banana bread is awesome. I make a really good banana bread. And Heist, if you're ever in Austin, I will dust off the banana bread recipe because I haven't made it in a few years, but I make a good one. Maybe I'll make one when I get to the new place. To, you know, when you get real estate, you want it to smell like fresh baked goods, right? Isn't that what you want? 619 transition for Alex T. 409 for LMAO. Bring some for CTWC 2021. I mean, that is not an in-person event there, Heist. I mean, I can bring it, but it'll still be consumed in my own house. So maybe I'll bring it 2022. All right, 672 for Alex T, 415 for LMAO. Tetris Alex T with a giant lead, but, you know, nothing is safe in this world. Well, the world, some things are safe in this world, but in the Tetris world, no lead is safe. That is for sure the case. I gotta learn to eat left-handed because the microphone is sort of blocking my right hand. And I've got a huge spoon for this this meal, so I like a big spoon. All right, 780, 300,000 point lead for Tetris Alex T. That's a big lead through level 22. Now, you got to keep in mind, right? LMAO is still on 22, Alex T on 23, about 10 lines ahead. Now, it's all kind of breaking down here for Alex T. So the pace is going to slow down, but does not need to really do anything because, you know, can really just play this very safe, which is how you want to do in a tournament. You know, you're trying to get to a spot where you can win some cash. So, you know, there's no need to top out early and give this guy the opportunity to chase down. So. Wow, that is a lot of macaroni and cheese. We're trying to, you know, kind of finish out all the stuff in the fridge and the freezer. So we're like, we have like a ton of hot dogs. We just like cooked them all. And we're just throwing these hot dogs and everything. So it's nonstop wieners for Vandy. Just all day wieners. Can't get enough of them wieners. All right, 980 for Alex T, 675 now, 707 for LMAO. And already with the million points is Alex T, so really just kind of a victory lap at this point, unless LMAO can just totally, you know, whatever, just go, you know, Alex T maybe tops out or something here on 28 or something, and then LMAO just goes, I don't know, just yeets a 400k here post kill screen. All right, Alex T into level 29, which is the last level in Tetris, as you all know. And then the game just breaks. All right, with a 1.1 with Alex T, LMAO still 2 Tetrises until the level 29 transition. Alex T still going, setting up delayed burns here and burning this down, and Alex T's gonna go for a while, or could. And LMAO, here we go. What can you do? And I think it's gonna break down here for, oh, he gets a line over. Jeez, Alex T, like, what is he doing? All right, there it is. Gonna break down Alex T with the 1.14 and LMAO with the 954. So actually, LMAO made up about 100,000 points in the second half of the game. But 1.14 and level like 70 billion for Alex T and LMAO. It's this Challenger circuit, by the way, just so you know. So there you go. Let's give Alex T the hearts, and let's get it ready for both players and move on to game 2. Alex is incredibly quick. Yes, he's rather rapid. Ooh, rather rapid. All right, I'm gonna take a bite here of this macaroni and cheese. Pretty good. Because the hot dogs are grilled, so you got a little bit of char on them, and brings a little bitterness or acidity into the macaroni and cheese situation. All right, here we go. 2 readies. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Is Alex T eligible for 2021 CTWC Rookie of the Year? You want to see the mac and cheese? It's a lot of mac and cheese. I'm almost embarrassed at how much there is. Like, I didn't give myself this portion, you guys, but here, let's see if I can bring in the mac and cheese. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's a lot of mac and cheese right there. And then here's the bowl. And then here it is. What's something that we can all... Here's a relatively, routine deodorant stick, right? It's about the same size as normal deodorant. So it's pretty big. All right. Alex T. 114, 55,000 for LMAO. All right, let's get rid of this. I don't know. You want the mac and cheese cam? Vandy eats the mac and cheese. All right, here we go. You don't want the mac and cheese cam? All right, it's out of here. All right, Alex, ready for a Tetris. Open well in column 10. And where's the long bar? There's the long bar and mukbang Tetris for Alex T. $211 for Alex T. $115 for LMAO. Oh, that is not the belt. What bot is that? Pumpy Heart, are you here? He broke the command. If you want the bracket, just type in ctm.gg/challengers. That should work. I think that works. I don't care what you say, Heist Online. You carte blanche. Say whatever you want. $351 for Alex T. $132 for LMAO. Just trying to keep that right side open for that long bar and gets the long bar. Let's see. Is it ctm.gg/challengers? Try that. Does that work? Huh. All right, 420 for Alex T, 166 for LMAO. So another big pace for Alex T. And I said it. I said the P word. Can you believe it? Holy mackerel. Bang Tetris for LMAO, 238, 448 here for Alex T. And another Tetris, so 133,000 point lead for Alex T. Not too shabby. All right. High octane Tetris here with a 250,000, well, actually almost 300,000 point lead now for Alex. Bang Tetris for Alex, 563. There's one for LMAO. 290,000 point lead for Alex T. Almost a simul Tetris. Wait, Vandy, what are you consuming at this instance? What do you mean? A spoon? Yeah. It's macaroni and cheese with cut up hot dogs. Wieners. I am consuming wieners right now. Messix. All right, 614 for Alex T. Takes a single into transition. And look at that, 61614. I mean, 616164. That's crazy. I'm consuming wieners right now. Actually, it's only one wiener, but cut up into many pieces. All right, 644 for Alex T. 391 transition for LMAO. All right, LMAO in a little bit of a situation. He's got the one gap is just covered by a couple of lines here, but needs to be able to get stuff to the left. He's getting it over there. But how long can he sustain this? Oh, that's going to really help. Oh, that left side, forget it. LMAO going to top out 401. Alex T is at 709 on 22. So Alex T is going to get that heart. Alex, you're a long way from level 29, so hopefully we'll just take the top out here because you know, it's not world record pace. All right, I'm gonna take a couple of bolts of this thing. Let's get it ready when you're ready. All right, hopefully we got the hover 3. We got hover 3s. We're gonna go ahead and count this down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There you go. Man. It's hard to concentrate with so many wieners in my mouth right now. 47,000 for Alex T. LMAO looking for Tetris number 1. There it is. Bang, Tetris. Violence. I know. Well, you know. We still support our console, our emulator playing friends. You know, emulator is a necessary entry point into the Tetris world for so many people, where it's just so hard to get American console and American TV, and it's expensive, and you got young people with like no income trying to be a part of this whole thing. And if you're gonna be like, say like, oh, emulator, you know, whatever, I'm not in favor of that. I think keep emulator players around and love them. So there you go. LMAO Yeet is in Texas. All right, little bit of a situation here for LMAO. Down 2 games to none over Alex T, and really just in a messy spot right here. So it's going to take some doing, going to take some concentration, but I want to see it happen. All right, so it's taking care of it, getting it burned down, and it's looking good. Messics. Yeah, like literally everything's exactly the same, including the schedule. Like I'm partnered with the exact same person. I'll be streaming the early rounds with Tang, and then Beast and Shen will get a mix of like Chen, Kingsman, and you know, whoever else they drag in off the street. So obviously you're gonna want to watch, you know, the main classic Tetris channel. You don't want to watch like Beast and Shen, Kingsman, and all those. You want to watch the main channel with Vandy, right? And yeah, like everything is exactly the same. It's like they literally just copied the spreadsheet and pasted everybody in and said, okay, here it is, 2021. 209 for LMAO, 425 for Alex T. Did Sharky sneak his way? I know Sharky's doing the silver tournament, but I didn't see him on the spreadsheet. I mean, you know, things are subject to change, of course, and they may just decide like, oh my God, what were we thinking putting Kingsman, making Kingsman an official commentator? Oh my God. So they may put Sharky in there, but no, Kingsman total pro. For all the jokes we make about Kingsman, guy's a total pro. He may have started out as a joke and a meme, but he's really good. I'm a fan. 539 for Alex T. 280 for LMAO. Chris and you and Chris are God together, I think, so I'm happy about it. Yeah, I think Chris and I have really good chemistry. I think we have a very good rapport. So I really enjoy that. And it's really the main reason I'm kind of doing it again. It was just such a pleasure. Now, the thing that is not a pleasure, last year anyway, was the final broadcast. That was like torture. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to do it for you guys, but oh my word. Nothing to do with the commentary, just like so many moving pieces, you know? But, you know, no pun intended. But yeah, it was just so many moving parts. It was very, very stressful. Especially knowing that, you know, any mistake that I made was like amplified to thousands of people and could possibly ruin the, you know, ESPN broadcast. And I did make several mistakes, but I'm going to try to do better this time. So, all right, 655 for Alex T, 416 for LMAO. Alex T got a Tetris into 21. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, C-dubs. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll get to the bronze bracket. I gotta be honest, Messick, like, my ambition can sometimes outweigh my energy, you know? It's a long couple of weeks. Well, basically, you know, 8 days or whatever. So I don't know if I'm gonna have the energy to do it. I would like someone to do it. I think it's a cool thing to do, but it's a lot of work. Tetris Jazz, thanks for the resub with Prime. 6 months. Welcome to Club Magenta. You are the future. CTM. All right, split triple for LMAO, 546. Alex T with another big lead. It seems like LMAO just does not have an answer this tournament for Alex T. And Alex T is just like, you know, on typical Alex T pace. But we still got some Tetris to play here. A lot of things can happen between now and then. You always got that wild card of post play. So that's going to me, the fun part of CTWC broadcast is going to see, like, you know, the people, both the commentators and just the more casual fans who don't really follow this, like, you know, we insane people do. And then they just see, like, the first, like, someone just popping off into, like, level 42 or something. they're gonna flip out. And so I'm looking forward to that moment. And I'm also looking forward to the, you know, kind of smug superiority that I have. It's like, oh, you don't know that that's happening? Like, oh, you know, maybe you should watch it more than once a year, you know, like all that crap. All right, 957 for Alex T, 690 for LMAO. Yeah, you don't know. Oh, LMAO, that could be fatal, but yeah, and that long bar is not getting over, nor is that squared. It's all going to break down for LMAO. And Alex T will get heart number, and Alex T gets heart number 3. Hell yeah! And there's the Mac out. I promised myself I wasn't going to do my Van Designs impression anymore because I don't know. You gotta sort of be in the trash talk club for me to want to do that impression, like to do an impression of you, but he's not, you know. But I enjoy doing it. All right, we're gonna set up our next match. I am gonna run a quick ad here just to make sure the ad doesn't happen during the next match. So I will see you on the other side with the next match. All right, well, we got a hover 3 from Klein. And hover 3 from YeezyBoi. Here we go with a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Do your coworkers know about monthly Tetris? Yeah, they do. You know, they seem far less impressed with it than I thought they would. I'm like, hey guys, I made a thing and it's gonna be on ESPN and you might hear my voice on it, and like I saw my face on it very briefly, so it's gonna be on ESPN, so hey, that's pretty cool, right? You wanna watch that? And they're like, yeah, whatever. I go fuck off. I'm like, okay, thanks. It's like, you think they would care? Nobody cares. They're all just doing their thing, you know. There's a few people that ask about it once in a while, but for the most part, they're just like, yeah, whatever. I think mostly because I'm bad at my job, right? So they don't really. They're like, yeah, could you spend a little less time on the Tetris and more on the actual job? I'm like, yeah, you probably have a point. 140 for YeezyBoi, 101 for Klein. Thank you, Heist. You're very nice. $187 for Yeezy, 153 for Klein. Klein bang Tetris, 175. Gotta admit, I'm really digging the schedule format thing that we do now. I really, really, really like it. I feel like I get to spend, you know, I do actually get to spend more time streaming, but it doesn't feel as draining because it's in shorter bursts, you know? But technically we don't do any 4-player palettes anymore, right? It's all 1v1 screens, right? So we get to see all the matches, and so it means we get to spend a little more time. So I like that. Do you have any ideas to tackle the increasing lack of restreamers for CTM? Yeah, well, no, I don't. You know, the scene is going to live or die based on the engagement we get from people who want to support it. And if they don't want to support it, then it's going to have to go in another direction. Probably will mean less matches. Or, I'm sorry, fewer matches. Oh no, Klein gets a long bar over. Probably will mean fewer matches, fewer opportunities for kind of beginner players and intermediate players to play, which will really hurt the scene, you know? Because that's where all the top tier players come. They start, they get their competitive reps, and then we get new champions and amazing new, achievements, and that we all enjoy. But I can't do it myself, and I don't mean just me, but tournament organizers can't do it themselves. So it's not hard to restream. It is a little bit of a time commitment, but I think it's pleasurable. I think it's enjoyable. So if people don't find it that way, then this thing's going to all have to take a different format. And that's okay. I just appreciate those of you who do take the time to restream. I think it's great. But, for most things, most people want to be a consumer, right? Not a creator. They want to observe it without participating, That's okay, but it does require some people to be active. 460 for YeezyBoi, 310 for Klein. How many games do you have to restream a week? You can restream one game a year. You can restream whatever you want. It's whatever. It's like if people need a restreamer and they go, hey, we need a restreamer, and you go, I'll do that, then there you go. Here's your game for the year. As many games or as few games as you want. 509 for YeezyBoi, 324 for Klein. Are there qualifications needed to restream? No. You just got to be able to, show up on time, enforce the rules, which is there are not really many rules, and report the results of the match. I mean, that's really it. And it's a very simple format to report the match, the results of the match. So it's very easy. You can go into the Discord, ctm.gg/discord, and there is a restreaming channel, and people can help you get started and know how it works. So the biggest barrier, really, aside from your own time and initiative, is just like, how do I actually do it? So Klein, oh wow, Klein, big survival mode. Oh, can't get the bar over to the right. Klein get a top out, Yeezy gets it. But it's really just the technical understanding how it works, but it's really easy. It wasn't always that way though. Like honestly, in the YeezyBoi can top out. He's got the heart. When I first started restreaming, right? So the history of this is I wanted to expand competitive Tetris beyond just the top 16 players every month, because I just felt bad that a bunch of people wanted to qualify and play, but they couldn't because they weren't in the top 16 players because there was a cutoff. And I'm like, well, what if we did community restreams, right? So I introduced the idea of community restreams, and people were like, I don't understand. Wait, two people play Tetris on their Twitch channels, but how are they playing against each other? Like, how does that work? And say, well, you restream it. So how would you do? Like, I had to explain it endlessly. Like, it was like, okay, so they're both on the same screen, but then how do they know they're playing? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. How do they know they're playing against each other? And so it's two streams, but on one stream? Like, it's like, oh my God, it was ridiculous. But now everybody's like, oh yeah, restreaming. Yeah, it's like, like, duh, obviously you just put the two screens on the same screen. It was really weird. Those are the early Wild West days. All right, players have started building their early stacks. They are scoring their early points. Well, I wouldn't say I invented restreaming, but I did introduce restreaming into the classic Tetris community. Which around the time, around that time, the classic Tetris community was like 30 players. So it wasn't a lot of players. But aside from CTM, there was nothing back in those early days. I started Tetris Deathmatch was the first, kind of like, hey, you can play Tetris against other people. I used to do that, I'd say most Sundays, but that was the first and only thing besides CTM where you could play online against other people. Do you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? I was kind of into it for, a month or two, enough to solve it under 2 minutes. And basically I think a minute 53 is my PB. But once I did that, I was like, okay, well I can do it, and I just kind of lost interest. What was first, Stencil or Deathmatch? Well, on the first death matches, there was no stencil. So I would just plop, guerrilla style, just kind of grab their screens and just kind of throw them onto a restreaming setup. And there was no crops or anything like that. It was just one crop around each board, and I would do it. Now, there was a stencil that was used in CTM, but people weren't generally using that, and it was really bad stencil. It was so bad, it did not have the desired effect. And in the early CTMs with fridaywitch, half the tournament was just people trying to figure out how the stencil worked. And it was just not it was a design thing with the stencil, and that was the Stencil 2.0. So that was her second chance. I made Stencil 3.0. And then that made things a lot easier because it standardized everything for people. And all the events really adopted just the stencil because everybody was set up to it. So I invented everything, just so you know. I literally, I don't know. I did a lot of the early work, but people have brought it far beyond where I ever could have dreamed it would go. 412 for YeezyBoi, 349 for Klein. Oh, I'm not going to comment on CTC. Cluster. Maybe another day. I don't want to. 482 for YeezyBoi, 397 for Klein. But the person who started CTC is also the person who started Classic Tetris Pal. That person has kind of a history of starting things and then running out of steam and abandoning them within a couple months and then handing them over to other people. $553 for YeezyBoi, $491 for Klein. CTC was another Discord server that was they didn't like the CTM Discord server, and it was very early days, and so they made another server, mostly because they just wanted to be, I want to be the admin. It was some weird power trip, right, where I want to make a server that I'm the main person in, right? And of course, anything started for that reason isn't really going to last, and of course it did not last, due to drama and personalities and egos and all that stuff. And I actually torpedoed the CTM server one time. And I basically said we're not going to be a general community server anymore. I was having a bad day that day. 572 for YeezyBoi, 553 for Klein. So Klein gonna have to chase down a 572, and doesn't look like he's gonna do it. YeezyBoi's gonna get heart number 2. All right. All right, just need a hover 3 from both players, and we will... I don't know. It's all ancient history, and maybe someday, you know, maybe someday we'll get Game Scout to make a early history of the CTM or the Classic Tetris community, like online community. I would love to see that, but anyway, it's a lot of drama though. So, and it kind of goes against his brand, which is like wholesome, you know, whatever. Anyway, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Maybe we'll have to get someone else to make it. I don't know what a Keemstar is, but have Eric make it? No, just rip off somebody else's format and use all their music. All right, players got their first Tetrises and their second Tetrises. All right, both players, 69,000 Klein with a Tetris. YeezyBoi up 2 games to none. But is behind here by about 40,000 points. Yeah, those early days, those 2018 was probably the most pivotal year for the whole thing. I don't know if we'd have the scene today if I don't know, certain things hadn't happened, like like when the original creator of Classic Tetris Monthly, they didn't want to do the tournament anymore, and they were like, hey, can someone take over this tournament? And like for months, and nobody wanted to do it, and that was the only online Classic Tetris event, and literally nobody wanted to do it. Like, not that, you know, some people were like, oh, you know, we want to do it, but they weren't bad. Nobody wanted to do it, and the whole scene really could have died if someone hadn't taken it over. It was very small at that point, and it was the primary. CTM was really the only thing, plus Tetris Deathmatch, and so I don't know. I was the logical person to do it since I was the only one who knew how to restream Tetris games. So I'm like, oh, and then I said yes, I'll do it, and then I said, I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. It's just too much of a time commitment. And then I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So really, I saved Tetris. If anybody asks, Vandy saved Tetris. All right, 337 for Klein, 293 for YeezyBoi. Ah, Sharky with the raid, 83. Oh my god. Oh my god, Sharky with the raid of 83. Thanks, Sharky. Well, you know, here's the thing. Like, I want to tell you guys the history. I like telling you guys, like, the early history of how this all started, right? Because I think people are interested in, like, you know, this thing didn't always exist, so how did it get started? Except that, like, I was a big part of how it got started, and so I don't want people to think I'm, like, I don't know, tooting my own horn or whatever, or, you know what I mean? But if it was part of it, then, you know, I gotta tell you. So that's why I don't love talking about it, except I like talking about it. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's a weird place to be in. $3.95 for Klein, $3.91, and nobody else will tell you the history of it. You know, sometimes Moodoos will talk about it, but a lot of those people from back in those days, like, just don't stream anymore. 420 for Klein, 413 for YeezyBoi. Kingsman might be putting it in the grave. Either that or Kingsman's gonna, like, save it again, because, you know, we need to get, I don't know, listen, early scene, you know, like these kind of intellectuals, you know, kind of loving Tetris, and Kingsman needs to bring in, you know, kind of the people living in mobile homes and same people who watch wrestling, you know, so maybe he's going to be the figure out how to make it profitable and, you know, how to scale it so that it's a worldwide phenomenon. Who knows? He would love to. He's trying really hard. He's paying teenagers to do all the graphic design. 488 from YeezyBoi, 455 from Klein. He's really, Kingsman is a tryhard at this point. As opposed to me, and I don't try hard at all. Like, I literally just like, oh crap, I gotta do a CTM today. Let me take 10 minutes and set it up. Like, whoops. But Kingsman really tries hard. Klein, amazing survival for Klein, and still close. You know, ahead in lines by 6 to 10. And behind in score, but still keeping it close. And listen, down by 2 games, has to win this one. Super clutch survival from Klein, so you can't win if you've topped out. That's right, Sharky. If I did try, you couldn't handle it. I don't really have try. Whatever the genes are that where people try, like, I don't have that. I'm not bragging at all. Like, I wish I did. 612 for Yeezy, 579 for Klein. Oh, I wish I did. Well, what I got to do is I got to hire. I'm very much more like an idea person, and I don't know. I just kind of, I'm not so great on the execution. I know when things are wrong, and I know when things are cool, and so I have good judgment, but I'm just really bad at execution. So I really need to bring in a CEO or something, you know, and I could just be the visionary and talent. That's kind of what I need to be. I need somebody to, like, run the day-to-day. Oh, Klein is gonna hang a log bar. That is gonna be it for Klein, and Yeezy is good against Heart number 3. All right, we got number 3s from both players, and listen to Alex T and subscribe. Anyway, here we go. Counting it down, round 2, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. I wonder how many times I've said 3, 2, 1 Tetris in my life. I bet I said that 0 times between the years of 1977 and 2017, and then it shot up like the hockey stick graph, right? Like the Michael Mann hockey stick graph. It shot right up. Oh, I got so much. I'm so behind on certain things, man. Like, I'm really kind of. Do you ever have that week where you're just like, oh my God, I've really screwed up? And you got to go into work and just fix all your screw ups? Like, that's what I'm up against this week. Holy moly. Like, I'm just dreading going into work because of just my own, you know, problems of my own making. That's all right. They're gonna. I might have to do this full time. Probably get rid of me any day now. Might have to be a full-time Tetris streamer. How do I do that? What is the nature of my work? I work in I'm a manager in a customer support organization for a well-known tech company. Uh, 164 for Alex T, 125 for the YeezyBoi. Though I've had a lot of jobs. That's just what I'm doing now. I used to work, technically I used to work for the same company that Kingsman works for, but I only did that for like 3 months. I'd rather chew my own nards off than watch the Mets-Yankees game. Get out of here with that. All right, 237 for Alex T, 195 for YeezyBoi. D Tetris Cuber, that was what I used to be. That I did used to work for EA. As you know, Electronic Arts, you know, FIFA and Madden and Mass Effect and all that. Dragon Age. So I was a support manager there. I used to deal, in fact, I used to deal with, so sometimes people would, you know, they'd spend a lot of money on like Madden coins or FIFA coins or whatever. And then something would happen where it would like glitch out and, you know, they wouldn't be able to see their coins for a period of time or whatever. And so they, you know, instantly just, I'm going to contact the CEO, right? So my team was the corporate escalations team. So when people contacted the CEO of the company, like that was always a big deal because, oh my God, the CEO, wow. So like when the CEO would like forward a customer support email to the customer support department, like we all just like, oh my God, it's the CEO. We better make sure we don't screw this up and make sure like we spend way too much time on it, even though they're just like a regular normal customer like anyone else, but they happen to go to the CEO. So we have to like scramble and make sure we look really good. And that was my team back at EA. 471 for Alex T, 389 for YeezyBoi. I mean, that was like 10 years ago, so I think I can talk about it. Yeah, I mean, people would find the CEO's like email or whatever, or believe it or not, sometimes faxes back in the day. We used to get faxes. I'm gonna fax the CEO. But we would have, you know, we would have celebrities too. Like if like Twitter was a thing then, and we would have like celebrities who played FIFA, and they would like have a thing, and like if somebody caught wind of a celebrity tweeting about difficulties with the game, we'd get like right on it. All right, 613 for Alex T. This is some score right now. And one more Tetris available before the transition. And there it is. 660 transition for Alex T. Just whatever. Standard 660 transition now in challengers. No big deal. I wonder, do we still have this VODs from the early challengers? Or, well, I guess it was community tournament. And we had to start adding tiers, but my God. There was a huge drop off from like seed 16 to seed 17. Not anymore. 759 for Alex T and 570 for YeezyBoi. I mean, Alex up by over 200,000 points now. Now he's ahead in lines by 16, so Yeezy's got, you know, 12 to 16 lines to work with. See what happens. That can change. Throw out a match. Well, it used to be just the main event and the community tournament. That's all there was. And that's when, like, Moodus could, you know, finish in the top 32. Well, that, of course, that's when Moodus was in our server. He's not even in our server anymore. He doesn't want to be in my server. I'm in his server. I play in his events, but whatever, man. I think it's the scheduling. His whole thing is scheduling. Like, anything scheduling related just sets him off. All right, Tetris for Alex T, 967 on level 24. He is a Tetris and change away on this level. Oh, 25, it's actually worth, is it worth 30,000 now? It is, so he's a Tetris away, but kind of scary for Alex. Hangs the long bar, and he is going to top out. 975, so Yeezy has a chance here to chase this down. This is a big chase down. You know, you usually don't see chase downs this big, you know? All right, so 976 is where Yeezy needs to get to. He's got time. You usually don't see chase downs this big, because you got to have somebody with a big pace early, and then, you know, a big lead, but then enough time for someone to chase it down before kill screen. So, this is a big chase down. Needs to get to 976. Thanks for leaving the score up, Alex. Appreciate it. 976. 100,000 points to go. This is well within possibility here for Yeezy. And really just 2.5 Tetrises away. He really just needs to not top here. Oh, this is so challenging. Oh, so is he going to be able to actually set up for anything before he runs out of lines? And he can't get the long bar over to the left, and he is not going to be able to chase this down. And Alex T is going to dodge a bullet here from YeezyBoi and get the heart. Alex T, there it is. Oh my goodness, he had a chance. He totally had a chance to chase that down. But you know, again, you don't see a lot of chase downs like that anymore. Everything's just like, oh, it's 1,000 point difference or whatever. Or, you know, it becomes like unchase downable by level 26, and then they just kind of play out the string. But all right, we got a hover 3 from YeezyBoi. And I don't know if we have one from Alex T, but all right, there we go. Hover 3 from both. Here we go. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Oh my god, Messic's getting ratioed right here in our chats. Speaking of ratio, I don't have any slide or anything, but check the announcements if you are a fan of ratios. The CTM community, or the just classic Tetris community, however you want to call it, has officially ratioed Wumbo ties on Twitter. We have helped Hufflepuffus ratio Wumbo. So make sure if you participated in that, you will get your special Discord role. You got to read the announcements for how to get it. A T-spin? What is happening here? Wow. A T-spin occurred right in front of us. Ratioed? Ratio comes from Twitter. So ultimately, you know, like, who cares? But but basically it means, like, all right, say there's a tweet and the tweet gets a certain amount of likes, okay? And then someone replies to the tweet, but the reply gets more likes than the original tweets. And that sort of indicates, you know, sort of like the original poster got owned or, you know, said something stupid, as evidenced by the fact that a response got more engagement than the original post, right? So it's supposed to be disrespect and proof that what they said is like ridiculous. That is ratioing. Well, that's true. More replies than likes, right? But now it's just kind of, it's a little bit looser now. All right, 257 for Alex T. Bang dirty Tetris for Alex T. And another regular Tetris for Alex T. And there's one for Yeezy. So 305 for Alex, 230 for Yeezy. All right, Alex T, just a machine. It's a big score here through 79 lines. This is like right where you want to be. If every player restreamed one match for every match they played, there would be restreamer overload. No, let me see here. So if every player, all right, so let's say there's 100 players, right? And if every player restreamed one match, that would be 100 matches, but there need to be 200 players. But that's not possible, Pumpy Heart. What are your... Oh my god, this is very... I can't figure this out. This is very convoluted. My brain is exploding. Oh my god. That's like brothers and sisters I have none, but this man's father is my father's son. It's like, what? I can't... It's too many nested operations here. I can't figure that out. Messix, what is wrong with you? Shut up. I'm the only 1.3 player who restreams. He's just telling everyone that he's a 1.3 player. Guys, I'm the only person making $170,000 a year that restreams. You know what's sad? Is I'm That's ridiculous. The burrito dad. All right, 691 for Alex T. 507 transition for YeezyBoi. Alex T just really, I mean, he's just not gonna ever score below. He's not ever gonna be below 600 once he gets level 20. I mean, ever. Dog playing Tetris. I'm the only world champion who restreams. Sad fact. You know a sad fact? Dog playing Tetris is the only world champion who could actually repeat as world champion. What? Oh my god! Did I just say that? Yeah, let's get Harry Hong restreaming. Do you know Kingsman is the only person that has sex that restreams? I bet that's probably true. He does. He does. I've seen it. You don't. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. That's right. That's a good question. 905 for Alex T. 74. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What is wrong with it? What is wrong with me? I gotta quit. I gotta do other things. My life. Messick says, Jesus Christ, I'm drying. Ugh. That's gross. Get out of here. All right, Alex T with the 1,000,000 points. 1.05 right now. YeezyBoi back by almost 200,000 points. This would be quite the chase down. And you never know nowadays, these people ready to go into kill screen, whatever. Alex T's bored. Not going to let him get too many points before the end. He actually sets up for a dirty. See if he can get it. He's going to get one. Meanwhile, I'm saying like, oh, he's not getting any points. And here comes two Tetrises on 28. All right, he's actually set up here the halfway decent stack for 29, and he's drilled back down to the bottom. He's got the 1.137. And I think YeezyBoi is done in that match, and Alex T is going to get the heart. Level 30 for Alex T. Oh my god, only 500 players have gotten level 30. Oh my god. Level 31. So if you go to Harry's channel and you bring up level 30, does he still get all mad about it? Or does just no one who brings it up go to that channel anymore? Oh, that long bar for Alex T on the left. Oh, he's gonna look at this. Look at this sneaky little bastard. What is happening? Oh, I can't wait. It's a month from now and it's gonna start. You were banned from his channel when you said you got level 33, but you're unbanned now probably because you're the world champion. It would be really petty to unban you. I mean, to ban you. All right, Alex T got the heart, and Yeezy is ready. I mean, really sick. I mean, really, really sick. Paying tribute here to Yeezy. Oh, two Yeezys. Is it Yeezy? Who even knows what he's saying? Oh, all right, please everyone hang on while he spells it correctly. There we go. Roman is awesome. What's up? All right, we got hover threes for both. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. That was my favorite. I love that from Harry. That drink your chocolate milk, shut the fuck up, and just play. That was so good. Does that clip still exist? Does that exist anywhere, or is that just down the memory hole? Oh, I love it. The chocolate, the chocolate milk quote. This is challengers. I can use the F word. It's okay. That's right. I can do anything. It's monthly Tetris. I can do anything. I don't care. It's gonna be my last year anyway. It's gonna be my last year. I'm done. I gotta go do something else. I gotta do something else. We'll do CTWC. I'll get that. I'll do my stupid Tetris Monthly. Maybe we'll do 2 more months of CTM this year. I'm not sure. I think community needs a break. Maybe we'll just take the rest of the year off of CTM. We should just take the rest of the year off. Nobody plays anything for November and December, and we come back fresh and strong and eager in January. What do you think? I'm in if you guys are in. All right, Miles is in. See, the problem is if we do that, then there are going to be people who fill in the gaps, like, you know, like, oh, this is my chance. There's nobody doing Tetris, and now I can have all my events and all of the main events. And then, you know, and then we'll try to come back, and they'll have, you know, established, you know, people will be forgotten after 2 months. Yeah, now is Kingsman's chance. All right, 323 for Yeezy. He's got a lead. 353 for Alex. So 70,000 point lead for Yeezy, but kind of a I don't know what do you want to call it? It's crappy. What is Classic Tetris Rounds? What is Classic Tetris Rounds? Oh my God, Doug. What is that? I just, when I hear that, I just want to. I want to end it. 308 for Alex T. 332 for Yeezy. CTWC mock qualify. Why would you want to do that? Like, I can get doing that yourself, like doing practice qualifying hours or whatever, but why would you build a whole stream around that? That's horrendous. Like, literally all the OGs, right? So, and I mean, like, so me, Sharky, Dog, we'll say Kingsman, so all the people, and maybe Mooders. We've all, you know, we're all creative people. We've all had a million ideas about, like, I wonder if you could do a thing where you just had people do mock qualifying for an hour. They go, oh, no, that's a shitty idea. I'm not going to do that. Oh, no, how about we had, like, 8 players on the screen at the same time, and then we just eliminate them one by one. You're like, nah, that's a shitty idea. So you got a million discarded ideas that are just bad, right? And then there are just people who have I'm going to do it. You know, they're just like, they have no judgment about what a good idea or a bad idea is. And then that's who we're going to let do it. If we, you know, go away for 2 months, they're going to be in charge of the whole Tetris community, right? You know? Like, they're just going to use all the discarded crappy ideas that everyone has had those ideas. Say, it's kind of, nobody wants to watch that. And they're going to be the ones running the Tetris community. Sorry, I'm being too real. I don't know why. Why would anyone still watch this broadcast? 551 for Alex, 591 for Yeezy. I gotta quit. I gotta quit. But you can't just take any idea you've got in your head and just like say, oh, well, there it is. That's my idea, so let's run with it. Like, you can't do that. You gotta, you know, you gotta show some restraint. You gotta have some judgment. 641 for Alex, 646 for Yeezy, but Alex is ahead by 2 levels. So Yeezy really way ahead in pace. Why can't you, DMJ? Because you gotta have, you know, some standards as a creator, as an artist. You can't just put out all of whatever occurs to me is good enough. You got a responsibility to your audience to give them quality. 760, you got to give them your best, like I do every time. Every time I get on the mic here, I'm giving you my best. DMJ is not like Mandy. All right, 794 for Alex T. Yeezy needs that long bar. Gets the long bar with the dirty Tetris. He was all in on that long bar, basically. That's right. Oh yeah, we ping way too much now, but it's because we have 10 main broadcasts a month, so it's got to be one every 3 days, and I'm very sensitive to it. But on the other hand, like, when we ping, we get more people watching the broadcast, right? So what are we supposed to do? People are like legitimately, like, really reminded, like, oh yeah, let me go watch that. 939 for Alex. All right, that's it. I'm not gonna ping anymore. No more pings, and we'll just let, nobody will ever see anything again. Oh, Yeezy with a no rotate on that piece. That could be fatal. Oh, but he's gonna burn it down. What a recovery. But he's behind by 100,000 points. Now he's got 2 levels to catch up here, so it'll be really interesting. So Alex T at 228 lines, Tetris into kill screen A83. Yeezy, oh Yeezy, all right, he's gonna get the Tetris, but he's got gaps now, and that's gonna really kill his efficiency. And Alex continuing to pour on points. He's got the 1.1, and Yeezy's board is going to break down. He's going to get 1 Tetris here, but the board is a mess, and Alex T is going to get the heart, and Alex will be moving into the semifinals. Look at this bracket. No one's filling it in, but just imagine in your mind that rightmost green rectangle says Tetris Alex T in all capital letters, Bungie font. Just imagine it in your mind, and that is what the semifinals will look like.